Okay, so we have completed the first part of our REST API using Django series. That was to make a normal, simple Django REST API without a machine learning model, and we deployed it on pythonanywhere.com. So now we'll move on to the second part of our series, that is a machine learning API trained with the Titanic dataset. So, what's the motive here? Um, Machine learning models consist of hyperparameter tuning, increasing the accuracy and everything, removing all the errors and stuff. Um, all that can be done when something is truly focused on machine learning and we need a proper product. But in this series, our main motive is how to deploy an ML model. So I will not explain you the what is the working of the algorithm that we are using, or why are we doing this, and I will not dive into the accuracy and stuff of the machine learning code. We'll just start normally with a Django project, and gradually I will just explain, give you a small overview about our machine learning code. Whatever accuracy and everything you want to do, you can refer other sources. We'll also dive into neural networks and other topics as well in our videos to come. We have already actually recorded some of them, but for now, we'll focus just on Django REST and not on the accuracy and the stuff. So the main motive here is that I'll just be focused towards deploying the model and not about what the actual result of the model should be. Even if it gives us a wrong prediction, I will not care about that right now. We'll just focus on how to deploy it using Django, because the way of deploying will remain the same irrespective of the accuracy. The accuracy and everything doesn't matter. You just need to follow the same protocol, which I will do in the videos to come, and you can easily deploy it inside Django REST. So now we'll move on. First, I will like to just show you the data set that we'll be using, the Titanic data set. This is the Titanic data set. These many columns are present. So what's our motive here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 columns here. So there are 12 elements you can see, and we are going to predict whether the person survived or not. Zero means the person survived or not. Sorry, zero means the person didn't survive, and one means the person has survived. So in our machine learning code, we'll drop this column because we need to predict this, and using all these 11 other characteristics, we'll try to predict whether the person survived or not. Don't worry, I'll post this data set. You can easily find it anywhere, to be honest, but I'll post this data set as well on a drive link, and I'll put it in the description. So we'll start by creating a Django project first. We did that uh, easily before. I showed you how to do it. So I'll just open, I've made a separate folder for the Titanic machine learning API. I'll open CMD here. Then I'll use the commands that we used before, that is Django -admin start project, and I'll name the project as ML API. You can give any name. I'm selecting ML API. Now I'll go inside ML API and I'll make our application that will consist of our ML model whether the person survives or not. So Python manage.py start at, and I'll say the name as app underscore Titanic. Okay, you can select any name again. So now you can see our ML API is formed. There is this application. There are the Python files and stuff you can see, and there is a project directory. There are these Python files here. The only thing I would like you to do first is put this data set inside the application directory. I'll just paste it here because we'll have to use it. So I'll just paste it. Okay, it's open somewhere. So I'll just close it first. I've closed it. I've put my Titanic file here, the data set here. And now I will open this full project in Atom by just dragging it as I showed you. Yes, you can see everything, project directory as well as our application directory with the dataset can be found here. So our first step again will be to mention the applications inside settings.py. So we have our application whose name is app underscore Titanic. So I'll mention that in the installed app section. So app underscore Titanic. And one more, as we are using the Django REST framework, so we'll mention REST underscore framework again. You can also refer the college API and do the same process again. I'll press Ctrl S. Oh, 1 second. Before that, I'll just change the time zone. It's UTC here, so I'll change it to Asia/Kolkata. And now I'll save it. So for now, we finished the work in settings.py. Then we'll have the urls.py for project, and again we'll have to create a new urls.py for our application. So first we'll go to the urls.py for project, that is ML API, and inside this I would like to first import a few things, like let's say from django.conf.urls import include, and I'll also import redirecting view because we'll have to redirect our project homepage, that is a blank server link, to our application, first to the project and then to the application. So for that I'll have to use redirect view. I've explained it in the college API. So I'll just type it out here from django.views.generic.base import redirect view. Okay. And inside URL patterns, what we'll do is we'll put one more path saying Titanic slash, and what we'll include here is that we'll include everything that will be there in our application Titanic.url. So we haven't created this for application Titanic.urls yet. We'll do it. So, and we'll have to redirect the blank server link, right? So I'll mention it blank here. I will not put any slashes or anything. And inside this, I'll use the redirect view that we had imported from generic base, and dot as underscore view, and I'll just mention URL equal to, and I'll again mention Titanic slash as mentioned in the second path. So what will this do? Our normal server, like the blank server link, will automatically have Titanic slash at first ahead. So I'll save it. Now, what we have to do is we can create a urls.py of our application as well now. So I'll right click, new file, urls.py, and I'll import whatever I want to use at once itself. So what will I do is from django.contrib import admin, then from django.urls import path, then from django.conf.urls import include, and we will have to render our views.py of the application through the urls.py of the application and then link it to the urls.py of our project. So we'll have to later use the views.py file. So what I will do here is I will import it right now itself. So from, we can use dot as well, but I like to be more professional. So I'll mention that application name. So from app underscore Titanic, and what will I import will be the reviews. I think somewhere I've used Titanic spelling wrong. I haven't imported anything here yet. So, okay, here it's Titanic, Titanic slash Titanic slash. Okay, again here as well, it's Titanic. Yeah, from app underscore Titanic import views, and we'll also have to redirect here again, right? So from Django dot views dot generic dot base, I will import redirect view. Yes, I, for now we'll have to import some stuff later, but we'll check it out first. And inside URL patterns, okay, we'll do it right now only. We'll have to use routers later, right? So we'll import it right now only and finish it. So from REST underscore framework, import routers, and we'll define the router here only. So router will be equal to routers, and we'll select the default router to be used. So it's default router, and we'll register the router as router.register, and inside we'll mention a regular expression stating Titanic only. So it's Titanic, and we'll just mention the views of the dot. And what did we register in our college API in the router section? Always the view set has to be the, registered with the router. So we'll name a view set as Titanic view set, and we'll make the view set after this. So Titanic view set was done, and now inside URL patterns, we'll define a list and mention the path as, let's say, again, we'll stick to our original declaration that we did in our college API. That was API slash. We named it Titanic first. So, and we'll include all the router URLs. So I'll mention include router.urls. And one more thing, that we'll have to redirect the blank section of our server, so that mention it as blank, and I'll redirect it using redirect view dot as underscore view, and I'll mention the same API slash as the URL. So URL will be equal to, in quotes, API slash. Okay, so urls.py of our application is done for now. Now we'll have to go to views.py, right? We have to create a view set. So in order to create a view set first, we'll have to create a serializer. So what we have to do now is, what we can do is, we can create the models.py. We can create a database table. So our database table will consist all the attributes except survived, except this survived. It will consist all the values, because we'll use all the 11 attributes in order to predict our survived. Okay, I have not opened it in Excel. I've opened it in Atom only, but I showed you before. So we will drop this part, this survived values, all the zeros and ones and the survived column in our machine learning code itself, and we'll just create a database table for now for the rest of these things. And actually we'll have to mention it as well inside a database table. So this will be a long task, because a big table needs to be formed, because there are 12 attributes. So inside our models.py, first these models are in, I'll create one class, the class, and I'll name the class as Titanic only. I don't want different names to be handled now. So I'll mention models.model, and now inside this, the first uh, passenger ID is there, right? So I'll refer one passenger ID equal to, it can be a char field, so a character field with a maximum length of, let's say, 50 characters. That will be more than enough. And what can we do next? P class. So we'll go to P class. Now, sorry, yeah, P class equal to, P class value was an integer, so I'll say it as an integer field, and I'll mention default value equal to 0. Why? So that it just needs a default value, whether if any P class value will be blank, it will just keep it as 0. Then the name of the person, so name will be equal to models dot char field again. The char field will be, again, I'll say max length of equal to 50. Now after name, there is the gender or sex. So I'll mention it as equal to models dot char field again. I can simply actually copy paste it, but I won't, because I would like to get this in your head, and I'll also recommend you to type each and everything. So now after the gender comes age, then siblings per person. So age equal to models dot integer field, and just keep it like this for now, because no need to default any value here, because 0 won't be an age for now. We are considering that. And after age was siblings per person, siblings or spouses, as actually not siblings per person. So models dot integer field again, and after siblings and spouses it was PRs, that's parchment. So I'll select PRs, and again it's an integer value, so models dot integer field. Then after PR, ticket, fare, cabin, and embarked. Okay, so there's a lot to go. So the ticket will be a character field. So I'll say ticket is equal to models dot char field. Again, I'll mention maximum length as 50 only, and fare will be a float field. I'm just making you explore uh, what the different fields that Django has already initialized. In this way, the values are given in the data set. So you don't need to mention anything when float field is there. Then cabin, the cabin will be a char field. So models dot char field, and inside that I'll mention the maximum length equal to 50. Now for exploring, I can show you what all you can mention here. You can say that null values will be accepted. So null is equal to true. And also if there are any blank values is there, so we can say blank equal to true as well. Okay, so you can mention all this. Then there was, I think, embarked. Yes, embarked. And at the end, we'll mention this survived column. So I'll say embarked equal to models dot char field again. And inside that again, I'll mention maximum length as 50. And okay, yes, survived again. How can we forget that? We are going to predict whether the person survived or not. Survived equal to models dot integer field, and I'll say null will be equal to true again, and blank will also be equal to true. So I'll just count if there are 12 entries here. So 6 to 17, I think it should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we are done here. And see, when you are, what do you want to do here? Just creating a database table won't help. And don't want to put more entries as such as we are doing in the college API. What you want to do here is you have to extract and use this data set which you have, and then put it inside this database table, and then get your result or the prediction. So for that, we can define a function itself here. Okay, dictionaries can be easily converted to pandas data frames, right? What are pandas data frames? We'll use pandas to create data frames in our machine learning code, and dictionaries data types can be easily converted to a pandas data frame. So we'll define a function that will convert the dataset entries directly to a pandas data frame. So now I'll define a function supposed to say to underscore dictionary, because we need to change the dataset to a dictionary first. And I'll mention self as an argument here. And inside this, all I will do is return a dictionary of values, and it will contain the same entries just in the dictionary format. So I'll say passenger ID, and with that I'll say self dot passenger ID. And in the same way, all the other values that we have inputted. So second one was survived. Yes, survived in this order only we have to do because this dataset will be considered. So I'll say survived, and I'll say self dot survived again. Then P class. Then I'll say self dot P class. After P class, it's name. I'll say name and self dot name again. Then after name comes the gender. After gender, we have age. Age. After age, we have siblings and spouses. Self dot siblings and spouses. Then we have PR. Self dot PR. Ticket. I know it's a bit long, but please hold on. Self dot ticket and fare. Self dot fare. Then after fare comes cabin. Self dot cabin. And after cabin, the last one is embarked. Here it will come self dot embarked. Yes, we are done for now. And what the last part that I will do in this video is just register the model inside the admin. So inside the admin of your application, I'll just register the model. I'll first import it. I'll say from app underscore Titanic dot models import the name of the model that we kept was Titanic, and I'll save it. The view set, the serializer and everything I would like to continue in the next video. Okay, yeah, I wanted to register, right? So I will say admin dot register, and I'll say, sorry, add site should come here. Admin dot site dot register, and I'll mention the model name as Titanic. That's it now. I'm done for now. Uh, okay, I'll just migrate it for you. I'll open the terminal down. Yeah. So here inside the terminal, you can just say ls first. No, it won't work. Okay, it worked here. So yes, you are in the manage.py section, and you can say Python manage.py migrate. Okay, so it's what is the error? It says model not defined. Where? In line 7 of models.py. We'll check this out. Okay, so we'll go to models.py, and it says line number 7, right? So line 7, okay, there's one typo error. Instead of models, I just put model. So I'll check whether I have made the mistake again. Yes, in SIP and spouses also, I have forgot this models S, and I think it's proper everywhere else. So I'll save it and run the command again. Okay, so it says that we have to create the view set. Yes, obviously we have mentioned it. So we'll have to create the view set first. Okay, so what I would like to do is I will stop the video for now. I'll create the view set, I'll create the serializer, and we'll migrate and make migration and run the server at once only. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned. This is not an error, just to be precise. I have just not declared my view set yet. I feel that this much is a lot for this video, and we'll continue in the next video. So thanks a lot. Stay tuned for the next video. Hope you are enjoying the final machine learning deployment section in Django REST API. Thanks a lot once again.